from Radost and your favorite chef, Juliana. Juliana, say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Check it, Juliana. Hold on one second. Let me see. There it is. All right. Hi, everybody. This is Radost and Juliana. Are you guys ready to cook? All right. I hope everybody had a great weekend and moms got lots of love. I saw some beautiful pictures and messages on Facebook. It was wonderful to see all the love that you guys had for mom, and I hope you made that day very special for her. So today we're going to make something that is
Pigs in a blanket.
Little bitty pigs in a blanket, right? Like mini pigs in a blanket, which is great for snacks, or we're gonna eat them for lunch today, right? Yes, maybe with some vegetable or fruit, maybe a salad. But today we're only going to make the mini pigs in a blanket. Hola Daniela, hi Tim, hi Nathan, hi Miss Audrey. Thank you for watching. Okay, all right guys, it's a very easy recipe. Hi Ryan.
You just crack the egg, put it in a bowl, and then you have the brush dipped into the egg yolk, and then you paint it on the dough.
Hi Luisa, that's right. Okay, all right guys, so let's
crack the egg.
Hold on, we're gonna tell them first what we need as far as ingredients, okay? We need
hot
dogs. So we've got
flour,
a package of 5 hot dogs, and we got turkey hot dogs, but you can use any kind of other hot dog or sausage that you have. Okay.
You can use
flour. Okay, just a little bit of flour. Hi Erin. Okay, just a little flour, okay? We're going to need 1
hard rolled egg.
1 egg. And instead of the regular hot dog buns or any kind of other buns that you have,
we do a roll.
We're going to use something that is called puff pastry. Okay. Puff pastry. So this is how it looks. This is the box that it comes in, puff pastry, and you get it at any grocery store from the frozen section. There with the other types of bread, or with the frozen desserts in either one of these spots. Hi Amber, hi Lauren. Okay, so puff pastry. So one of these boxes has 2 of these ready to bake sheets. Okay, so 2 of these. We only need 1. And the trick is that we let it sit on the counter at room temperature for about 40 minutes because we can't work with it while it's still frozen. So it needs to be defrosted. So 40 minutes, about 40 minutes. I remembered last night, so I put it in the fridge, and then earlier this morning I left it out on the counter. So it is kind of nice and soft to work with, okay? And as far as tools, yes, we're gonna need this brush because we're going to kind of color, right, the dough with the egg, with the beaten egg, okay? We need a knife to cut the little pigs in a blanket. And usually when we work with this puff pastry, we have to roll it, okay? So it is a little thick at first, and we just have to roll it. And we're gonna probably get like a square or a rectangular piece to work with, but it has to be rolled just a tad. Okay. All right, so we're going to roll out the dough, then we're going to lay the hot dogs and roll them with the dough, and then we're going to probably cut each hot dog in 4 pieces, so there would be 4 mini pigs in a blanket out of each hot dog. And then we're going to bake them in a very hot oven, so this puff pastry likes hot ovens. 425 today, and we're going to bake it for about 20 minutes. So this is something that it's fast to cook and has lots of other applications. So we're going to look, there's some options here on the back of the box, and then we're going to talk about some other ideas that you guys might have when it comes to using this puff pastry. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to preheat the oven. So I'm going to turn it on at 425. So 425 hot oven, okay? so the oven is preheating, and what we're going to do next is
425.
425, yeah. So it's going to take about 10 minutes or so for my oven to preheat. That's plenty of time for us to roll the dough, build the little pigs in a blanket, right? And then I have
Can we crack the egg now?
yes, in a minute. I have a baking sheet that is covered with parchment paper. So there it is, just a little sprinkle. Okay, just a little sprinkle on the counter. We don't want the dough to stick to the counter or our rolling pin. And then you guys see, so that it doesn't stick while
I have dough on my hands.
we are getting it ready to bake. Yes, you can rinse your hands. It comes with these two little parchment papers in between. Just making sure, yes, that the dough doesn't stick. Okay, and I've got a little garbage bowl here in the sink. Okay, so there it is. You guys can see it's a rectangular piece already, just slightly thick. Okay, we're going to just roll it just a tad. Okay, so there it is. We're getting just a little flour on it. Okay, just to make sure that the dough doesn't stick to the counter. Okay, hi Trevon. Hi David. Okay, so I'm gonna give it a roll. Okay, back and forth. Okay, just a few times. Okay, so in both directions. Okay, all right, there it is. That way we get a
nice big baby.
yes, rectangular or square piece. Okay, all right.
But you're breaking.
I'm not breaking it. Look, it's still intact. Okay, all right. All right, so there it is. We stretched it just a little bit. You guys can see that. Hi, Jared. Hi, Jeffrey. Hi, Lauren. Okay, all right, there it is. Okay, we stretched it a little bit. Okay, and then the next thing that Juliana has been wanting to do for a long time now is crack the egg, right? Okay, so we have a little bowl. Okay, we're going to crack the egg.
Little egg.
Yes, in there, and then we're going to whisk it with just a fork, okay?
Can I crack it?
Go ahead. We're ready to crack the egg. Tap, tap, tap. All right. Perfect, okay. Hop. Good job. All right, and then we can throw the eggshells here in our little garbage bowl and wash your hands. Okay, and then I'm just gonna whisk the egg.
I'll whisk it.
Okay, I'll wait for you then. Okay, so we just have to make sure that the egg yolk and the egg white are mixed well. Okay, and then using our little pastry brush, which I have a silicone pastry brush, but any kind of pastry brush would work. We're going to kind of paint the egg on the pastry. Alright, so here, there you go, use the fork. Alright, and then whisk it really good. There you go. Chef Juliana is whisking the egg. Okay, how is it looking? Pretty good? Alright, and in the meantime, I'm going to open the hot dog. Okay. So we don't have to cook the hot dogs previously while they are wrapped in the puff pastry and in the oven for 20 minutes. That's plenty of time for them to get cooked. So I'm going to take them out of the package. Okay, pretty
Can you
good.
whisk it?
I'll whisk it, yes. And you can see, I've got 5. Okay, so about 5 or 6 is, however, as many I can get out of the one of the pastry sheets. Okay, all right, so let me see. Ooh, let's go. Okay, perfect. All right, so this is what we're gonna do first, okay? I'm gonna show you, we're gonna do two, like this one next to the other, okay? And then you could see there's just a little bit of the dough that is longer than the length of the hot dog. So we're going to kind of, there, okay. Just trim it, yes, just trim it. And we're not going to discard the trims. We're going to bake them as little snacks too. Okay, all right, so there it is. I've got 2 of the hot dogs for now. And then we're going to paint, right?
Oh,
okay, you want to move your little step stool over here closer? Okay. So painting the egg like this on top of the pastry sheet helps with things to stick, right? We don't want like this pastry to cook and the little hot dogs to fall out, so that this is acting like our glue, and also it's gonna make things look like a really nice golden color when we bake. Okay, so we need just to see like here in the corners. There you go. Perfect. All right. I'm gonna bring the baking pan over here. So this is my baking pan. So it's pretty big, and we're gonna leave a little bit of room once we set down the little hot dogs, the little pigs in a blanket. Okay. All right. So go ahead and paint this too, this side. Okay. Perfect. Yay. Yeah, we just need just a little bit more here in this corner. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So let's get all of it right here. Okay. All right. And then let's make the first couple of little piggies. Okay. So set it down. Okay. All right. And then one more over on this side. Okay. And let me show you how we do it. Okay. So we're gonna kind of tuck in the little piggies. Okay. All right. So tightly, right? Wrap the little piggy around. Okay. All right. There you go.
We're gonna slice it.
And then yes, and then I'm gonna slice it just a little bit. There you go. Okay. So I'm gonna cut it right there.
And can I cut the?
Yes. So let me show everybody how it looks. Okay. There you go, guys. So it's kind of like a snug little bug. Snug as a bug. Okay. We just rolled it. Hi, Erin. Okay. And then
Hi, Jared.
Hi, Jared. Okay, so we're gonna cut one in half first. Okay. Hold it. Yes, carefully, carefully. Both hands. Mama will help you.
Ooh.
Hey, Mama will help you. Okay. Cut it right there in the middle. Okay. So we're gonna cut first in the middle, and then each half we're gonna cut in two. Okay. Watch your fingers. There. Okay. There you go. And then this one as well. Okay. And we're gonna make the next one. Okay. All right. So
Very cute.
Very cute. So look at this, guys. They're really cute. They're like a bite, one bite, right? Okay, but we're going to have to bake them first. Okay, so I'm going to set them down. Okay, and then we're going to have to brush each one again with some of the egg wash. Okay. Okay, all right. So I'm going to build this one. Okay. All right, so just getting a little bit over. Okay. Then what you're gonna let me finish with this hot dog, and then you're gonna paint the rest.
More.
Okay. All right. So there it goes. Getting it very snug, and I'm gonna roll it as if we're rolling a little burrito. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna slice it right there. Okay. All right. And again, we're gonna cut each one in half. Okay.
Me?
Yes. Here, let's make sure, yeah, that the egg. Okay. All right. Ready? All right. Okay.
I can do it.
Can we do it together, please? Okay. All right. One. There you go. In half. Okay. Slice through it. Okay. And then also each half in two. So we're getting 4 itty bitty. Watch your fingers right there. Okay. Little piggies, right? Okay. Perfect. All right. So let's put them down on the baking pan. Okay. Okay, there they are. Okay. And we're putting them with the seam down, so seam side down. Okay. All right, you're gonna ready for the next round of little piggies? Okay. All right, so there they are, right here. I'm gonna cut the dough right there in the middle. Okay. And then set down one over here, right? And then one over on this side. Okay. Is Mama ready to wrap? Okay. Maybe just a little bit more here on this side. In this corner, right there, right there. Okay, perfect. Okay, all right. So let me wrap these. Ready? Okay. All right. So again, just lifting just the edge over. Okay, and then just rolling and tucking in. Okay. Making sure that the little hot dogs or little mini piggies stay, right? Stay wrapped with the pastry. Okay. All right. You ready to cut with Mama? Okay. All right. We'll do it together again. Oh, let's measure half right there. Okay. There you go. And then each one in two. Okay. And then let's do this one. Ready? Okay, with your fingers right there. Perfect. Yay. All right, we got this one. Okay, so there are 4 more little piggies are going onto the baking sheet. Okay. Okay, all right, and then we're gonna make this one. All right, Joanna, let's finish with this one. Okay. So there it is. Okay. Getting the dough over.
Is it a cute piggy?
Pressing it down. It's very cute. What do you think? Is it cute? Yes. Okay, he liked these. Okay, and then we're gonna trim right there. Okay, all right. Ready? Okay, ready to cut this one, Gianna? Ready? Here, let's set this down. Let's set it down. Okay, all right, ready? Okay, all right, so let's see where's the middle. Okay, right there. Watch your finger. Okay, perfect. And one more right there. 3 and 4. All right. Okay. All right. So there you go. Okay.
That's round.
Okay. Yes, we have one more, right? Okay. Okay. All right. Let me trim the side. Okay. All right. And then here's the last one. So you want to put a little bit more all over there. Hi, Ellie Cat. Hi, Olivia. Quincy. Hi, Quincy. All right, ready? Okay. There it goes, right there. Okay. And then that's the last mama piggy in a blanket, right? Before we cut them down into little mini piggies. Okay. So wrapping it again. There you go. Okay. All right. This is the last one, right? Okay, ready? All right, so let me see where's the middle. Right there. Watch your fingers. Perfect. Slice through, and then there's this one right here. Okay. And the last one. Okay, awesome. All right. So there it goes. Okay.
Can I eat this?
Oh, we can't eat it right now, Juliana. We gotta cook it, right? But yes, you can have this piece too. It's gonna be just like a fluffy, flaky pillow. Unless you want me to cut it. Okay, all right. So we don't need flour. Okay. All right, so no more flour. Okay, all right, so let's,
I licked off the egg.
you licked off the egg?
Just a piece.
Okay, how about we don't? Okay, we gotta wait for this stuff to get baked, right? Okay, all right, so we're going to now brush each one of these little piggies with more of the egg wash. Okay, so here's our little snack. That's gonna look like our leftover, right? Leftover piece. Okay, it's gonna go into the baking pan, so nothing goes to waste.
Is that for me to eat?
Yes, but we have to bake it, okay? And then we've got these little straws over here, right? Okay. All right, there they are. And then you ready to brush again? Okay. Here, Mama will hold it over here for you. Okay, that way everybody can see. So each little piggy, we have to brush each little piggy with the egg wash. Okay, there you go. Perfect. Yay.
Everyone?
Every little piggy. If you would like, Mama can help you too if you get tired. Okay? Alright, so they have to be just a tad apart from each other. That way they don't get stuck, okay? Because they do puff up. That's why it's called puff pastry. They do puff up. Alright, so try to get it on the sides too, just a little bit like this, okay? Alright, so they
Does that make it yummy?
It makes it so yummy. It's going to be like this nice golden color, as if they were sunbathing and they got some tan, right? Oh, it'd be so cute. Okay, so how many do we have? 4 times 5, we've got 20. So we've got 20 mini pigs in a blanket.
Very cute.
Very cute. Yes, they're just bite size. So snack, lunch, appetizer, game day, right? Movie night.
I showed Daddy what dragon we were going to build out of wood.
Yes.
I showed him. It was ice.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, was those ice?
Yeah, but it had ice and wind.
Oh, are we gonna use the shell that you found yesterday? Or no?
Yeah.
We are? Okay. All right, so almost there, guys. Just a few more that we need to brush with the egg wash. Okay, and then it takes 20 minutes. So halfway we're going to turn the pan around just to make sure that they bake evenly. And we've got the parchment paper underneath, so we're making sure that they don't get stuck to the counter. So, not the counter, I'm sorry, the pan. All right. All right, Juliana, you're setting the timer, 20 minutes.
Set it for 20 minutes.
For 20 minutes? Okay, all right, don't turn it on yet. We've got to put the pan in and then we turn it on, okay? All right, there they are. Okay, so we've got 20 mini pigs in a blanket, and we've got just a little other snacks that we'll try. Okay, all right, goes in the oven at 425 for 20 minutes.
Mom, I want to move it.
Okay, it's a big pan, be careful. Okay,
Just like this.
just like this. Okay, ready? All right, take it out, and we're gonna put it right over here, okay? Yay, okay. Alrighty, so the piggies are in the oven, okay? They're gonna bake for 20 minutes at 425. And in the meantime, we can clean up a little bit, wash our hands, and then I'm going to tell you a few more fun things about the puff pastry that we're using today. And I might show you some more of these fossils that we found yesterday, right? Okay, all right, so this is the most common brand, Pepperidge Farms. That's the one I usually get. It's about a little over $4 for 2 of these pastry sheets. But with these pastry sheets, you guys can make all kinds of things. On the back, there's a recipe for little pinwheels with a spinach filling. You can make these yummy things, which are called Napoleon. So this could be a dessert, and this could be an appetizer or something for lunch. The pastry itself, it is not sweet, but whatever you make with it, the filling or anything you sprinkle over it changes what you're gonna have it for, whether it's gonna be for lunch or breakfast. Turnovers are made with this puff pastry. Croissants, okay, croissants are made using puff pastry. There is a Bulgarian recipe that is called a tornado roll. It kind of almost looks like you're making a little seashell, and then it has like a really creamy filling inside. You can make pot pies with that. You can make cheese straws. There's all kinds of different things you can make with it. It's a French recipe, dates back to the 17th century, and then it became very popular in Spain, so France and Spain. It's very hard to make because these are layers and layers and layers of dough with butter, so that's why things get really flaky, because the butter makes these little gaps, and then the water that gets mixed with the flour.
Can we reuse the sparkly water the sparkly water box?
They could be, yes, we can recycle it.
No, reuse it.
Reuse it, okay, maybe after we put some tape on it, right? Okay, so lots of different things we can make with that.
No.
And I usually just buy it because it's just easier that way versus trying to make it. It takes a lot of time and muscle to roll it and then fold it and roll it and fold it. I think some chefs call it like the 1,000 layer dough, so it's not something that I would try anytime soon. I gotta get a little bit more baking experience to do that. But anyways, it's great. It bakes really fast, and it just always tastes great, even if it's just by itself. Okay, so this is I'm gonna recycle this, but on the back of it there's one more recipe that you guys can try. So anyway, so puff pastry is what we've been using today. Alright, I'm going to wash my hands and I'm going to wipe the counter, and we are going to look at a few more things. Okay, so 10 minutes in, baking the puff pastry, little hot dogs, mini pigs in a blanket. We're going to rotate the pan. There's just a little bit of flour and egg on the counter, so we gotta clean these. Okay, raw egg is something that we have to clean up right away and clean the counter and our hands too. Hi Amy and Angela, if you guys are there. Hi Richie. All right, good to see you everybody. Thank you again for spending this time with me today. Okay. Okay, just a little bit more here to clean the counter.
I'm just putting the sparkly water in
Yes,
the fridge.
Juliana is gonna cool down some sparkly water for us for later. So she's putting it in the fridge. All right. Just giving the counter just one last wipe there. Okay. And then I have just a little bit of egg wash left over, so I'm going to save it. Maybe like tomorrow I can make scrambled eggs or use it for something else. So I purposefully put it in a little container like that. That way I could put a lid on it. Hi Troy. All right, so let me get a little lid. Okay. Okay. All right, so there goes the lid. I'm gonna put the leftover egg wash in the fridge. Okay. We have a few more minutes before it's time to rotate the pan, and I want to show you yesterday for Mother's Day we went to the North Sulphur River and we found some more fossils. So let me show you a few things that we found. So we've got some bones again. We found some fossilized bones again. There you go, fossilized bones. Okay, and here is another one. Okay, so I think this one looks older, or actually this one is older. Okay, this one is older. All right, and this one is newer. You guys can see the color. So when they sit around for longer, they kind of turn into this almost charcoal color, black, and this one is newer. So we found a couple of bones. Okay. Okay, look at this giant shell I found. Look how old that looks. So it has lots of different layers. Right? You can see it, but this is big. This probably weighs at least a pound. So this is one of the shells. So it's probably like a giant oyster or something close. Okay, there it is. So just pretty big, pretty big. Imagine how big that was when it was still alive, millions of years ago. And then we found these guys over here, which you can see kind of looks like a snail. You see it? It looks like a snail. Yeah, looks like a snail. And there's just a partial piece, so it looks like a giant donut snail. We found the shells about an hour and 15 minutes northeast from here, near Commerce, Texas. Yeah, so this is pretty big. And we have one in our backyard that's, I don't know, 10 times bigger than that. So there's one that's partial. And then there's these little pretty marks on it. I'm not sure how these got formed, but as if somebody colored little white streaks on it. It's very pretty. Yeah, it's very pretty. And then we found this clam. Okay, it's like a rock, so it's millions of years old. Yeah, there it is. It's whole. Yeah, there it is. And then as soon as we got down into the river, I looked down and I saw this giant tooth. So I found, that was my first find. That was my first find, a giant tooth. So it probably belonged to some kind of, you know, ancient alligator or shark looking something, dinosaur. But it's pretty big, and it looks like it's being split in half. You guys can see it's like split in half, so it was probably even thicker than that. But this is a pretty good sized tooth. There. Yeah, it's probably at least an inch. And you know, maybe like it could have been even longer, depending on if something got chipped over here on this end. But that's the tooth. That's what I found. And let's see. So I've got this here too that looks like puzzle pieces that are fit together. Puzzle pieces. You guys can see like this is kind of, you know, brown, orange, and then there's this middle section here, and then there's this bottom. So we tried to look it up last night, and it looks like it's something similar to a snail, but or a coral that grows up. It doesn't curl, but it just stretches and grows long. So there's that one. Okay. But it seriously looks like puzzle pieces that you're fitting in together, because it fits just perfectly. And I've got this rock with lots of little prints, like as if there was a very delicate plant, like little ferns. Yeah, there it is. So it's pretty cool. And this is petrified wood. So that was wood that kind of turned into a rock. So it's called petrified wood. And there's this porous shell. You guys see like lots of little holes in it, like a sponge. And I've got this one too that has lots of little marks on it. You know, very pretty, like as if somebody had a tiny little needle and they made these little patterns on it. Very delicate. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and check on the little piggies in the blanket, and I'm going to turn the pan around. We're halfway there. So they're starting to puff up really well, and they look golden brown. So it's gonna be very yummy. And then for dipping sauces, you guys can use anything that you like, barbecue sauce, mustard, anything, or just eat them just like that. They're still good. I'm going to show you a few more things. So here's one more bone, but this looks more recent. It's still fossilized. It looks really thin, but it's a bone for sure. Okay. And then here's one more. And most of these bones are probably from a mosasaurus. That's an ancient alligator, scary shark, dinosaur, something in these lines. Here's some more of these cool rocks. Yeah, very cool. See, and we have some that have these prints, some fun prints. You could see that in here at one point of time there has been a little snail, and then you turn it around and over here it looks like it's been some kind of other seashell, you know. So yes, it's very fun to look for these things. The weather was great and there was some shade. We had a picnic, and you don't have to like have any tools there. You just look down in the water or on the sides and you could see that there's so many different layers of fossils and all of that. So it's pretty interesting to know that something like this, you know, is close by. So it was a lot of fun. Plus there's nobody there, so you have the entire river all by yourself or for yourself. So it was pretty fun. We had a great time. Plus who doesn't like playing with water, you know? So it was pretty fun. It was very fun. We found lots of things like that. We probably have to you know, sort through these and just keep the ones that we really think are a great find, because we filled up a box, I don't know, with maybe 30-40 pounds of rocks by now. So we've gone to a few of these trips, right, Juliana? Yes. And you're scared. I know Juliana got scared of some buzzy bees there, but it was all good. They were just, you know, flying around, you know, getting pollen for honey, right? To make honey. Yeah, they're just doing their thing, right? Okay, just a few more minutes on the little pigs in a blanket, and they'll be ready. Oh, let me show you, if you guys haven't seen the shark's teeth from last week. Let's show them some shark's teeth. I'll show you some more shark's teeth. There is this one. It almost looks like it's a 3-in-1 tooth. You know, you see like the long part and then like the two little sharp ones here on the side. Yeah. Oh, is Miss Brenda there? Hi, Miss Brenda. So there's one of these. Okay, and there are some shells. Okay, there's some more shells, and it was really easy to find these shells. So there are different sizes, big, small, different kinds of shells. There you go. Hi Scott, how is it going? Hi everybody. We're just combining our cooking lesson with some paleontology, right? Is that how you say it, paleontology? Yes, Troy, that's a very sharp tooth. Yes, super sharp. Imagine if this thing bites you. Whoa. Yes, very sharp. And we have some that are even sharper than this one. Sharper, much sharper than that one. Yeah. So we probably have enough of these to make a shark necklace. Shark necklace. Hi Brenda. Hi Miss Brenda. There's Chef Juliana right here. Hi Chef. Hi Chef Juliana. Say hi Miss Brenda. So there's that tooth, and this was it's a whole tooth. Okay, some of the ones we found were broken, but this one looks like it's the entire thing. And we also found a frog yesterday in the river. We brought it, so it's in our fish tank. We have a frog, but the frog jumped out already once. And we're probably going to take it back in the next few days to let it back into its creek, right? Yeah, it's I think it's too big for our fish tank, right? Yes, it jumped out. Okay, all right, let's go look at. We're gonna check on the puff pastries again, on the little mini pigs in a blanket. We're going to check right now.
There's a big fluffy.
There's this big fluffy pillow.
Yeah, big fluffy pillow. Big fluffy pillow.
I have great news. The mini pigs in a blanket are ready, so I'm going to take them out and set them down over here on the counter for you guys to look. And if you could only smell them all, they're so good. Look so good. It smells so good. Arjun, that's because it's very hot.
show the students?
Yes. Hot.
They're very crunchy.
Hot. Very crunchy. Okay, don't touch your banana. Okay. Alright, there they are. Ta-da! There are our little mini piggies in a blanket.
Actually, I can do something with that. You can actually move them.
You can actually move them?
Mm-hmm.
Let's get, would you get a fork for me?
No, you can actually
Whoa, I am loud also. Okay, so there they are.
Here, you can actually move them with your hand.
You can move them. Mama's gonna get a fork and a plate, okay? Because it's time for lunch, right?
It's time for lunch, lunch time, lunch time, lunch time.
There's our plate. Okay, and look at this. Whoa, look at how good that looks, right? They're perfectly brown, golden brown, and the puff pastry is puffed up and cooked, and the hot dogs too, right? Yes? Is it time to eat lunch? Yeah? How many would you like?
4.
4. Okay, so we're gonna start with 4. All right, so 2, 3, oops. 3, 4. Would you like some barbecue sauce with that? No, just like this. Okay. And then before we eat them, right, we're going to let them cool off, hopefully, right? Maybe let them cool off. And then for Juliana, I'm going to cut them down with a knife. That way they cool off even faster. And you're going to drink one of these little things, sparkly waters.
Are they sweet?
They are with peach and tangerines. So, there they are. So it's very crunchy. You guys can probably hear the crunch, right, when I'm cutting through, right? Okay. Yes. Sure. All right. So.
No crumbs.
No crumbs. That's right.
Yeah.
It's very crunchy and flaky.
May I open this, please, Mama?
Mama will open it for you in just a minute, okay? Once I cut through your little piggies in a blanket.
There, all finished.
Yes, almost. Okay, I've got one more, okay?
Can you give me the big puffy wuffy and the crunchy one?
Yes, I'm going to give you the big puffy wuffy as well.
And the big crunchy one too.
Yes.
Big and little.
And this one too? All right. Okay.
Can I try it?
Yes. Be careful. Really hot. What do you think? Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
Yay. All right. Well,
Puffy,
and the
puffy.
puffy mama will give it to you. And Juliana wants this big, she calls it puffy wuffy, right? Okay, all right, guys. Well, we've got everything ready. We made mini pigs in a blanket using puff pastry today. Okay, Juliana is going to enjoy this for lunch, right?
There's a picnic upstairs.
And actually, we're going to make a picnic upstairs, so she's gonna have this as her picnic. But this could be as a snack. This could be as an appetizer if you guys are having some friends over watching fun movies or games. It baked in only 20 minutes, so just no time. We only needed a little bit of flour, some hot dogs, an egg to kind of glue things and brush the top so that they can be golden brown.
Can
You
I
guys can
touch
see.
the puffy pillow?
Yeah, you guys can see how golden brown that is and how it's buffed up, right? It was just like one thin little sheet, right?
And
So
cute
make
puffy
it at
pillow.
home, enjoy it, and have a great rest of your day. I will see you back on Wednesday, and we're going to make banana chocolate muffins. Bye, everybody. Thank you. I love you.